Welcome back. We had the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, man. What gets you more excited during bowl season than Idaho potatoes? I don't know. Apparently, they're super famous. They're so famous that they have Northern Illinois and Fresno State playing in this one. Northern Illinois coming in 7-5. Fresno State 6-6. Fresno State is a 3.5 underdog in this one with the over/under only 39.5. You don't typically see that in college football. 39.5 is kind of low for a college football game, but it'll be 130 all the way, guys, in Boise, Idaho. Freddie, you mentioned before the podcast that you were super excited to talk about this one. So, Fred, you go ahead, man. You just tell us what you got on this one.
That's so funny. So for this one, again, data points look a little weird here. You've got the spread, obviously. Northern Illinois is favored by 3.5. ESPN's given Northern Illinois a 56% chance to win. And when you look at Bowl Mania, 75% of people pick Northern Illinois. Part of me thinks it's because they beat Notre Dame this year. To be fair, so that's one of the reasons why I think it's 75-25 there, but ESPN has it the other way around, and even Vegas has Northern Illinois favored. I really don't know about this game or who I think will win the game, but I'm going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to go with Fresno State, actually, to pull this game off. No real reason here, to be honest with you. Besides, I like underdogs, and it would be nice if the Bulldogs played the underdog and won. So give me Fresno State to win.
Look, I'll tell you this. People are picking Northern Illinois single-handedly because of the Notre Dame win. Like, that's the only reason. Both of these teams have been insanely inconsistent throughout the year, beating teams in surprise upsets, losing games in fashion that makes no sense. I'm picking Fresno State as well, Freddie, and it's pretty simple. I do not like the MAC. If you were from the Conference USA or you were from the MAC, I will not be picking you to win a bowl game unless you're playing against the other conference. I don't like those conferences. They're not very deep. They don't usually do well in bowl season. I trust the Mountain West. Fresno is a brand that consistently makes playoff runs. I trust the Bulldogs to get it done here against the Huskies in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm going to take them by a 5-point margin over Northern Illinois.
Yeah, I think this is one of those bowl games that all three of us are just kind of like, ah, man, it's split almost. And for me, it's 50-50 down the hatch. Northern Illinois did have the big Notre Dame win early on in the season. However, down the stretch, losing to Ball State, my apologies, in Miami, Ohio, who ended up playing in the MAC championship. So, and then Fresno State, again, kind of like Quinn mentioned, they just were kind of inconsistent. Losing to Hawaii, if you lose to Hawaii, that's always a red flag for me. I don't really like that. But I think this game's going to be pretty evenly matched. A little, I guess it's actually kind of split down the middle between distance for both these teams, if I'm not mistaken. And going to Boise, Idaho, I was just thinking it might be close to Illinois. But yeah, it might be more split. I don't know. I'm getting the itch. I'm going to go the Huskies here. I think Northern Illinois will pull it out. I already put some, I didn't actually put money, but put some bread on Ohio to win earlier this bowl game season, and they ended up doing so. So I'm going to ride with the MAC again here. I think Northern Illinois gets it done against the Bulldogs of Fresno State.
I will say
So,
this.
guys,
I will say this real quick. I love the Northern Illinois mascot. Or not the well, obviously the mascot. I love Huskies, but I think their logo looks pretty sick too.
one of the very
Random
few,
thought.
yeah, that still looks good. It incorporates everything, hasn't simplified like a lot of brands are going to nowadays. So if that's it, Freddie ends it with a mascot love, some logo love there from Freddie, guys. But for three bold takes and for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, guys, Freddie, Chase, and Quinn, we're out. So thankful for you guys to watch.